Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, good morning. Am I heard? Yes, sir. What's up? What's up, GM, brother? Oh, sheesh. Drink some water. Alright. What is up? We are freaking live, boys. Make sure I have everything ready. I have my Top Step account right here. Think there's news in this first macro. Market open printing bearish, but now it's making a bullish unicorn. Set it open. Let's wait for the macro. Mm. We're big chilling. ES is failing to displace. We're live on YouTube, boys. Come join up. What are you looking for today? I mean, I really look at the charts like at 9:40 to really get myself an idea of where price is gonna go. Right now, we're just letting market open, do its thing, give us more context. But I think we're gonna be waiting because we do have news in the first macro. I'm pretty sure. Yes, we do. We have high impact news. The first macro right there. 9 a.m. or well, it's 10 a.m. for New York, 9 a.m. for me. But we have news in the first macro, nevertheless. So we have to be very mindful about that. Let me tell my friends. Kind of slow market open, I'm not gonna lie. I expected a little bit more volume, but it's all good. Too biased right now. I mean, shit's looking hella bearish, dag. There's still these lows to be taken over here. These lows. Let's move everything. Let me look at where ES is trading into on the daily, just to give myself an idea. Oh yeah, we have bullish S&T. Like ES still has a lot of room to catch up on the bear side, so I could definitely see a scenario where NQ takes this low on the daily, or at least aims for this low, because ES still has like a lot of room to fall. ES still doesn't even take this low, for example. And I feel like it's just right there about to catch up. I doubt we're putting in bullish SMTs, but anything could happen. We could see. 4 hour. We are waking up from bullish gaps. We do have bullish SMT. Kind of tricky, like I said. I think I'm gonna wait for one for the macro, and two, we have to be very conscious that there is news in 20 minutes. So we are displacing bullish. Yes, starting to catch up. Let's see where the kill zones are. Yeah, we have all these Asia highs untapped London lows appear, London highs. I mean, we do have like room to pump. There was a bullish unicorn from here, from this tap. Price ended up pumping from it. Obviously, we're not going to trade it because it's off macro, but still unicorn nevertheless on both assets. Cheeky displacement on both assets from the unicorn. Just to add it to the conviction list, we have our breaker block right there. You see it? And then you stack that with the breakaway gap right here. It gives us the unicorn. It's pumping. Maybe you could FOMO longs, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe you could wait for some context. But we do have bullish SMT. IQ is displacing from a 4-hour bullish gap. We've already taken some highs. These London highs seem juicy. Asia highs seem juicy for us to retrace into. Lock in gang stare trades with sub G. We're hella locked in. Waiting for the macro. I'm looking to take a good setup today. So let me just paint this out. Let me just do something. Alright. Yep, red carpet news in a bit. We're waiting. We're waiting for the news to roll in. Let price do whatever it wants to do. We're just going to observe, as we like to do. Observe. So like I said, we're just going to observe for now. The macro starts in 4 minutes, but we are going to be playing more on the defensive side because we do have red carpet news. And if we carefully notice our checklist, they pull it up. We carefully notice here, checklist. You can see here that it says no trades on macro if high impact news. So this is not the day where we break that rule. Wrap it up. My bad, G. Um, this is not the day where we break those rules. Like I said, we're gonna be extremely defensive. So on and so forth. Trading into this bearish gaps. Like I said, we still have these London highs, Asia highs. We did put in here a bearish order block. We're probably gonna displace it. Bearish order block right there. This is gonna be a short, perhaps. Like I said, we're gonna be extra patient today. We're gonna be looking for a good setup. We're going to observe. Like I said, we do have red carpet news in around 15 minutes. We don't want to get caught up in the trade. Don't want to get caught up in the trade. Let's play cool. Let's play it smart. Let's follow the rules. The market just opened. We're barely gonna start the first macro. What do I analyze for a good trade? I mean, direction aligned with my bias, a clean unicorn, like a clean displacement, like here, clean market structure shift above the bearish order block, breakaway gap. This is a clean unicorn right here. Liquidity sweep, sweeps liquidity, just beautiful unicorn. Build that conviction. Beautiful unicorn right here. Enter on the bag tab. Unfortunately, this was not in the macro. Like I said, we do have red carpet news. I do not want to get caught up in the trade because more often than not, when I trade it, when in the macro, when there's red carpet news, I always end up getting cooked, or there's like big wigs that end up taking me out, and I rather just not put myself in low probability conditions. Um, I don't think I'm gonna bother to do the bias right now. Like there's a small bullish daily gap. Should count that. Because I don't think I'm gonna trade this macro. We'll see, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. It's not the day for me to break my rules. I rather follow them to the T because I know if I follow them, I could keep making money and money and money. Damn, it looks like I'm bald, boys. Not actually bald. Did you try to get the payout? No, unfortunately, I need to have 2,600 in my balance in order for me to make the payout. But it doesn't matter regardless because like if I win today, I'm gonna be at 3K, so shouldn't be an issue. What was that pick? You on Apex, draw. So I was like, there's a roll about 2,500. Yeah, look, let me see. Where the fuck? Wait. Oh, thank God y'all reminded me. I don't even have to trade of 8. Where the fuck am I supposed to? I'm completely drawing a blank here. Trade. Oh, there you go. Trade of 8. There you go. I was about to say, like, what the hell? Alright. Right there. 52,458. If I take a win today, we're gonna be at 53K. If I take a win today. So 53K and I'll be able to take a payout from there. How much are you willing to withdraw, bro? I don't know, bro. I was thinking of not even withdrawing anything and just hodling it. Take the max payout, which is 2K. But maybe I might take like a small $500 payout or maybe a rack $1,000 payout. Uh, just to test Apex and just to prove everybody that if you follow the rules, you can get the payout. I've never reached a payout in Apex. They do have a lot of rules, but if you're a consistent trader, you shouldn't have an issue. Trade inside of an hourly gap. Have you gotten a payout with Top Step? Yes, sir, I have. I've been on a dry spell from a payout since September of last year. Um, I had never traded Apex in my life. This is my first time. And I took out like 15K or 13K from Apex, like 15K from Apex between the old dashboard and the new dashboard. What's the rules for payout with Top Step? I mean, Top Step, they're more liberal with the rules. Like it's more like you could gamble in Top Step and shit, and they don't care. There's no consistency rule, but you could only take 50% of your balance, and you need 5 winning days of 150. I do have my funded Top Step right here that I'm ready to trade as well. Which ICT plays should I watch, and in what order should I watch them? I mean, I watched the 2022 mentorship. I feel like that's a canon event. That's a non-skippable cutscene canon event that you must see. I feel like if you're willing to see the 2022 mentorship, then everything else should be a breeze. I do encourage you to watch it, although it's not mandatory. There's other resources I recommend. Did you already pass the funded, or you still need to? No, I already passed it. I'm already up 600 on the funded. 2022 mentorship ICT here. Let me give y'all some sauce, bro. On YouTube. Um, y'all should obviously 2022 mentorship ICT. Y'all should definitely subscribe to this guy. Watch all his videos. He's the unicorn goat. He has great content, great informational content. ICT fanatic, great resources. Watch his playlist. Uh, then if you wanna like understand price action and read the charts like I do, and just like understand where price is going and have a better reading of the charts, watch this guy, Justin Werlane. He's a goat as well. He's the forever model guy, but he has a lot of informational. He has a lot of good psychology and spiritual videos as well, like for trading, which have helped me a bunch, as well as like his charting views and just like price action, like I said. I mean, I feel like those are the three. That's the bread and butter. There's hella resources online and on YouTube. ICT Fanatic, Justin Werlin, and I feel like you should be good, bro. Just don't obsess over it. Consume a couple videos a day. Forward test it. Apply it on your charts. You should be good to go. We have news in 9 minutes. Nothing really going on here. Do you always, brother, always use the unicorn? Always. I've submitted to the fact that I'm only trading the unicorn because I know it works. I've seen it work. I just seen it work right now. I saw it work yesterday, the day before yesterday. Like it works every single day. Like all this, I've gotten enough conviction to see it and see it working. It happened right here. The unicorn happened right here, bro. How long have you been trading? How many things? It's hard to get it on the position you are right now. I mean, I feel like I'm not in a position. I mean, well, yeah, I reached the payout and shit, but this took me 5 weeks, and I live stream every single day. Even the process of getting funded, everything. I've been trading for like 5, 6 years, but professionally, like actually taking it seriously and trading ICT and trading prop firms, I started in January of 2025, so a year ago. 1 year of trading professionally and taking it seriously. At first, I didn't really understand the concepts, but that didn't matter because my little understanding, but with good proper risk management, I managed to pass that account. The first ever account I bought, I passed it. I had a daily lockout of $300 in a day. I think I have my calendar from that first try. And that's the certificate I have printed right here. January 20th, I passed my first combine. I bought a combine and I passed it. And guess what? I reached the payout from this combine, from this first combine. So it's all about consistency, good risk management, the charts, like the patterns on the charts, bro. I feel like it's the least important shit y'all should be focusing on. And I feel like that's where y'all try to focus on the most. But all the work happens off the charts internally, your psychology, your discipline. Like you are the edge, bro. That's what it comes down to. You could buy or sell, price could go anywhere the fuck it wants. I've been learning for 6 months, made my 100K per trade account to 2 mil, like you practicing watching videos, let's just get my funded, and I'm trying to do all the right way. I mean, look, let me show you my list. You could screenshot it, do whatever the fuck you want with it. Or what I encourage you the most is make your own list, but have like your risk management parameters and have your strategy checklist parameters. So I'm risking around 200 to 300 per trade. That's always sizing in and out. I have a question mark and an asterisk, meaning I'm still like forward testing it and I'm slowly implementing this over 50% FIV. I always move to break even. That's always if I win, I'm done for the day. If loss or break even, I take two trades in the day. Manual close at 80%, maybe sometimes depending on where the price is at. On ranging days, I like to do risk or no trades. Trading stop loss towards the last gap. Enter on ES or AQ tap. Exit on ES or AQ tap. No trades. High impact news. Once the trade idea gets invalidated or I miss trade, no trade. SMT plus market structure shift on either asset can be that you for first presented for value gap, keep an eye out. Just like have every single parameter or every scenario, write it down. So when a specific scenario happens, you already know what to do and you're not guessing, you're not scared, you're not, oh shit, what should I do? Should I close? Should I move to break even now? Should I do this? Should I open more? Should I close? Should I take partial? Should I like remove the guesswork, dog? Because that shit makes you unprofitable. Have a plan and make it clear as day and follow it to the T. Obviously, you can't know everything. That's why you forward test and you're gonna stumble upon something new. Oh shit, what should I do in this situation? So when you come to the conclusion, you write it down. Okay, this brand new situation that happened to me, I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna make sure this mistake I made, I never make it again. So I add it to the list and I'm always adding shit to the list. I like forward testing. I like iterating on my strategy still. But I highly, highly encourage y'all to make a list of your conditions, risk management conditions, and trade conditions. And top it off with a good psychology. I have the Profitable Traders manuscript right here on my face that I like to read every single day. The first line it says, I am a professional trader. I move with purpose, not emotion. My job is not to predict. My job is to react with discipline. We're not here to gamble. We're not here to FOMO. We're watching. Which time frame are you using? All of them. You can see here on the top left, I'm on the 1 minute right now, but I use the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily. Price is fractional, bro. You like looking at all the time frames is good for your health. Gotta know where the higher time frames going. Where are the draws on liquidity? Where's price likely to go? TC, TC. Market is not your enemy. The next line, yes, sir. You already know the next line. The market is not my enemy. It's a mirror reflecting my patience, my greed, and my control. When I'm calm, the market rewards me with clarity. When I chase, the market punishes me with chaos. Like for real, take a strong, deep look into your calendar, bro. That's even if you have a lengthy calendar. Take a look at it. It's gonna tell you everything you need to know about yourself. Everything you need to know, that. Or how long are your accounts lasting? Are you blowing them in a day? I mean, combines. If you have experience in the game or if you have gotten funded before, I mean, the combines are fucking. I love you too, brother. The combines are fucking whack, dog. Like I hate trading the combines. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm specifically talking about the funded tier. If the fundeds don't last, if you don't make them last, bro, like you're doing something wrong. If you're gambling, if you're oversizing, like bro, I'm very keen into believing that one 50K account can catapult you to the next level, Doug. And that's what I'm trying to prove with this live stream, with this um with this Road to Glory series. I'm trying to show you how you could snowball your way to 1 million in funding, Doug. I'm starting with this 150K account. I'm getting close to the payout. It took me 5 weeks to get to where I am at now. The first week I started with 3 day losing streak, dog. I was down 900 on my first week, like bro. And I'm still here with the account alive and well and healthy. And you just gotta keep going. Just gotta detach from the daily. The days become weeks, the weeks become months, and suddenly You're a profitable trader, bro. If you just follow your strategy every single day, regardless if you win or lose. And then what else? What else should I be telling you? What else? Um, but yeah, how much should I risk per trade for Top Step, bro? You pass. You pass at 1 month. I mean, in the funded, between 200 and 300, and if it's an eval or a combine, I always like to risk. I give myself 4 trades. I risk 500, but I don't gamble the 500, dog. I try to take a good unicorn setup, and I put the $500 there to make $1,000 and make 1.5k. So I try to pass it in a week. But the problem is we're full porting random ass trades, random ass setups. Like there's no logic behind it, and that's something you need to cleanse yourself from, bro. Like actually put some logic behind why you're taking trades. If you're just full porting, gambling, praying, dog, it might work once, it might work twice, but in the long run, that shit's gonna break your head. Yo, what's up, bro? Tequila, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So we're typing here into a bullish order block. Let's see here. Are we gonna continue bearish? We have news coming in right now. I don't want to be part of this. Looking for longs. I would wait. I would chill out. There's news right now playing out. Usually in news, you want to wait around 5, 10, 15 minutes to actually catch where the news is going, where the news bias is going, because sometimes the news manipulates and then it goes the other way. 50k eval. How much should I risk per trade? $500 per trade. That's what I do. And you can limit yourself to 1 trade a day. Just risk 500. Look for a 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. But I would take a good quality setup and I would risk 500. Try to pass it in a week, at most 2 weeks. Because in the end, like with Top Step, they're like fucking $60 bullets. You can't be blowing $60 like they're nothing, dog. Right, like I said, right now I'm gonna chill. I'm just gonna observe price. No feelings of FOMO, no nothing, bros. Like just I'm just gonna let it go. I rather not put myself in low probability conditions. I much rather wait. I might make some coffee right now because it's kind of cold. But I could only 4 trades. That's the theory. But the idea is if you have a good strategy and with good, look, let's look at my win rate. What's my win rate at? Because this is why it's so important. Like for example, to back test, bro. I mean, to not to back test, to journal. Back test is important too, but that was not the point I was trying to get at. 48% win rate. So there's like a 50% chance if I risk 500, there's a 50% chance my trade's gonna play out. So if it's a combine, I'll take those odds, bro. So you limit yourself to 1 trade per day. Sometimes bad week, sometimes good week. I mean, right now I'm in a 4 week winning streak, and I honestly do want to keep the streak going. If I stop trading today, like that's already I'm already on the winning streak, on the week winning streak. But I'm gonna keep going because job's not finished. And same thing next week and the week after that and the week after that. Like I wanna stack my accounts. Whenever I do get a payout, and I do plan to reinvest some of that money into buying some evals and probably get a max allocation with Top Step and so on and so forth. But right now we're chilling, just observing. There's nothing for me to trade right now. Just observe the charts, detach from them, bro. It's not that deep, it's not that serious. Just detach. Look at the third line of the manuscript. It says, I don't need to trade often. I need to trade precisely. Every setup I take must earn its place. I trade quality, not quantity. I wait for alignment, not excitement. How many times or how many of us have already taken a trade right now? We've probably already made our win for the day or we lost our balance for today. We're already locked out. and the market just opened. It's barely the first macro. There's still two macros to go. There's still hours for the market to go. Like we've already done we took three trades here, two trades up here, one trade down here, and we're locked out. Like you want to stop doing that, Doug, for real. One trade in a day to keep the doctor away, Doug. Okay, I have an eval 1-3 a week, other week. I will risk 500 risk per trade. All right, brother. Good luck. Like I said, that's what I do. Another thing I like to do with the combines is I like to initially when I enter the trade, I enter with low risk or like risking $200, and then when the move plays in my favor, that's where I'm risking the 500. I re-enter and it's like an aggressive trade, and I get a better entry and a better take profit. And I mean, but there's a lot of gist. I probably have like if you watch my streams, I've traded some combines here on stream. See how I do it. Probably link you or watch video between the macro. Yeah, but right now nothing for me to trade. We respected the 15-minute gap. We also have an hourly gap. Look at that beautiful wick. To all my people that FOMO long, y'all got cooked. Even like this is even a 1 hour unicorn just to show you that it works. Like everything is just build that conviction, that confidence. So the moment you enter a unicorn, you could hold with confidence and you remove fear. You open the trade, you have your take profit set, you have your stop loss set, you follow your rules, and you just detach. You're not overly attached to the trade. Oh shit, should I exit right now? It's because this is nah, bro. Just let it go. You already assumed the risk. You already did this. You already did that. Let it go, dog. Hold with conviction because you've seen the unicorn play out. Can you explain the unicorn? Yes, sir. I'll give you the best example right here. One, everybody explains the unicorn differently, and everybody has a different theory of the unicorn, but in practice, it's all the same. All right. So the unicorn, you need a failed order block and a fair value gap. All right. In simple terms. In technical terms, you either need a breaker block or a mitigation block with a bag with a breakaway gap. Now you can see right here that let me turn this off. Wait. You can see right here that market opens and we put in this bearish order block, right? What's an order block? An order block is a bullish candle engulfed by a bearish candle. Look at the volume of this candle. So this right here, there were sellers, institutions put their sell orders right here to push the price lower. So this bullish gap is what we mark out as our order block. And what do order blocks tend to do? Order blocks push the price in the direction of the order block. So in this case, this is a bearish order block. So if we tap, price comes taps the order block, and it respects bearish because that's what order blocks do. If the order flow is bearish, they're gonna push the price lower. But in this case, since this candle comes, taps the order block, and fucking doesn't care about the order block, it disrespects the order block, what does that tell me? It tells me that sellers are no longer in control. Buyers are in control now because we disrespected this high probability bearish order block. So now, since this bearish order block has failed, makes the order flow bullish, we make a market structure shift here on the high. And what do you notice? We make a fair value gap on that market structure shift. This is our breakaway gap. What's the difference between a fair value gap and the breakaway gap? There's no difference. The only difference is there's no difference, but the only difference is that the breakaway gap shifts market structure. So it's a fair value gap with a market structure shift. That is the breakaway gap. So when you pair a failed order block with a breakaway gap, you get a beautiful unicorn. In the end, and your stop loss placement should always be in protected lows. Ideally, the stop loss has to be here But for a better risk reward, it could be here below this order block, and you're supposed to aim to the one. In the end, this was gonna fail or this was gonna be a break even trade. Oh no, look, it gives you just about the 2 to 1 right there. Would have been TP. Beautifully. 2 to 1 unicorn. This is the unicorn. And I've seen this work many, many times, dog. Like I've gotten several reps in the back test, forward test, YouTube I've seen this shit play out so many times that I know it works. But I only traded inside of the macro. This was outside of the macro, so I wouldn't have taken this, but it's still a unicorn. I'm still trying to show you the unicorn. And it played out beautifully. You aim for a 2 to 1. That's that unicorn, brothers. And it's the same thing for bearish. And right, look, if I go here on the 1 hour, it's the same thing. We have this bullish order block. Look, price doesn't trade below the bullish order block, right? Doesn't trade below it. And then we have this big ass candle that breaks the bullish order block, shifting market structure, making a bearish unicorn. Breakaway gap, market structure shift, fair value gap. And look at price. What does it do? Respects the unicorn dog. Now bearish. Do y'all see it or not? Or am I tripping? Am I acting crazy? Maybe. What's up? You waiting for the news again? I'm gonna wait for the next macro to look for a trade. No trades this first macro because we have news. Gonna wait. You see it? Perfect, brother. What's you think about the market right now? I mean, we were due for a dump because when we were pumping, I was like, why the fuck are we pumping, dog? Like, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. I mean, but the companies are still printing moolah, right? There was job openings and it was less than forecasted, so push the market down a bit. Oh, news was job openings and it was less than 40, so it's push the market down a bit. We're waiting for the macro boys. Now's a good time to make yourself some breakfast, get yourself some coffee. QCV, how to see the news and understand them? I mean, there's no theory behind the news. Go on forexfactory.com right there. And then you only care for US news. And then you only care for red or orange carpet news. That's all you need to know. Like, oh shit, there's red carpet news. It it's usually a good sign. There's meaning that there's gonna be volatility and volume inside of the market. So, have you ever heard of the term "No News Monday, no trades" and shit? Well, it's very real. Sometimes in No News Mondays, you get a lot of choppy price action, and price doesn't tend to go anywhere. And when you have high impact news, there's a lot of volume coming into the markets, which is a good thing. But like I said, something to keep in mind if you're entering a trade before the news is very likely high volume's gonna come in and you're gonna get fucking wicked. So you do not want to trade in times of news. A lot of people do trade it. A lot of people would say different things that I'm saying, but I'm more of a defensive types trader. I love to play defense, and when it's time for offense, I play offense. But I'm mostly always like I'm finding reasons not to take a trade. What a dump. And now, look, we're putting in a unicorn to the inverse. We have this bullish order block. Look at price respecting the bullish order block once, twice, pumps, and then displaces. And we have another. This is a mitigation block where you can count it as a breaker block because we typed it into a PD array breaker block. Paired with the breakaway gap, you have that unicorn. It's that beautiful, beautiful unicorn, boys. Top step changes up when the color is red. All the numbers are. Oh, I never knew that about top step. But yeah, boys, like I said, now is a good time to make some coffee, which I probably am. Yeah, let me make some coffee, boys. Please load up the questions. Ask me a question. It's gonna take me like 2 minutes. Do not leave, please. I'll be RB. Alright, we're back, boys. Yo, what's up? I got school like 30 minutes. Y'all, and the market is so ass right now. Y'all think I'm gonna be able to take a good trade before school? Shit, bro. Patience, dag. You can't trade in school? Wouldn't rush just to get in one will lead to emotional trading, which is usually bad indeed. Yes, sir, my boy. It's the dope. He's always pulling in the bangers, Doug. Got ourselves beautiful coffee. Are you in high school, brother? Are you almost done with school? Are you going to college? Oops, oops. My boy pronounced the name exquisitely. Finally, die. Where are you from, bro? Are you asking me or asking the chat? I'm from Mexico, dog. I grew up in the States. Just made around 1,500 today. Yes, sir. My boy Derek with the dub. Congrats, brother. Enjoy that shit. Trying to be like you, dog. But I'm waiting for my setup. Eating some banana bread that my beautiful mother made. What exact pair are you on? You can see up here. Micro EBD Nasdaq 100 index March. High school, junior year, I got some cash business moving too, but I actually want to lock in trading. You're so young, dog. Keep doing what you're doing. When you're my age, you're gonna be miles ahead of me. I'm 25, dog. 25 years young. I'm 26 this year in April. April 24th. If y'all want to give me a gift, April 24, brothers. I thought you trade micros. I do trade micros. Micro right there. Micro E mini. But yeah, micros. Bro, check my trading your server. Alright. Let's check Derek's trade. Just because he asked nicely. My boy Derek. Sheesh, he caught a beautiful short. Nice risk management. Trailing stop loss and profits. And he caught the banger. Are you done for the day, Derek, or not? I'll send you a DoorDash on your birthday. No need, brother. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. 15 minutes. Even the 15-minute unicorn plays out beautifully. The higher the time frame, the unicorn, the higher the probability. Up 1850 on the express. Jeez, brother, get yourself some nice breakfast, dog. What did you do after high school? What was your goal? What you did? Oh, you actually want me to yap yap? After high school, bro, I did not know what to do with my life. I was forced into college by my parents, but I did not want to go to college. I was so obsessed with money, bro. I wanted to make money. I wanted to start a business and shit, which I did. I'll get to that, but soon out of high school, bro, like I just did not know what to do with my life. I got into college and I studied one semester, and then my parents accidentally had a fucking baby, dog. I was the youngest of three siblings, and I was 18 at the time, and boom, my parents had a baby, dog. So they couldn't afford my school anymore. I had to drop out, and I started working in the call center immediately after I dropped out. I worked there for around, I don't even know how much time, bro. Probably between 6 months and a year. I was like 19 at the time, 26 now, 25. And I think the call center was probably my most depressive state I had ever been. So fucking depressing. No windows. You can't get your phone into the call center. Like there was a bunch of fucking bullshit. And I've always wanted to be a millionaire. I always told myself, my friends, like, bro, I want to make millions. I don't know how, but I want to make it. I want to make it. And it had to happen. This call center bullshit had to happen. My name is Matrix Misk. I'm so against the Matrix, bro. I hate the how the system works, right? Where you grow up, you go to school, college, you get a job, and you work that job till you're 65, and then you retire, and you climb the corporate ladder, and you work 40 hours a week, and I fucking hate that shit. Paying taxes, getting credits, the mortgage, like all that fucking. I hate how the system works, and I hate playing that game. You know, I hate that shit. So I had that job in the call center. After that, I fucking quit. Obviously, I quit, and then by the way, we're gonna wait for the macro boys. I still have time to yap. There's 20 minutes for the macro. Why you still 50K account trade? This is one 50K account, and then I have my Top Step account, the funded Top Step. Wait, this is not it. I have the funded top step. So I'm on the 100K right now. I'm taking it extra slow, bro. Like I'm taking everything extra slow. Cause like I said, I want to show you that patience is key. I want to show you how to snowball and shit. Then I love money too, and I'm trying to invest to keep that up. If I want to go to college, do it. I don't feel like that. Just for me, college is only gonna make me that I don't want to. Fuck, bro. I know this is gonna sound weird and kind of like hypocritical for my part, but I would say you should definitely go to college, Doug. Definitely. I do have a little bit of regret that I didn't pursue it more, but I highly, highly encourage you that you do go to college because you're still in high school. You're gonna get out of high school. You're gonna be 18, and then you're gonna go to college, which is gonna be like 4 years. You're gonna be done by 21, 22 years old, and then when you're 22 years old and you graduate from college, then you'll decide what the fuck to do. But I do highly, highly encourage you to go to college, bro. Do not miss out on the social aspect, the learning aspect. Take advantage of your teachers, the learning subjects. But actually, you have to go to a career you actually like. If you like trading, bro, it's easy. Go to finance, dog. Like, don't switch it up. College builds discipline, believe it or not. You perfectly, exactly, bro. Because when you're my age, or when you're unemployed, or when you're done with college, all you're going to have is time, bro. You're gonna be like, what should I do with my time? What should I be doing? What should College only works if you know what to do with your time. If you have no clue what you're gonna do anyway, go to college, bro. Go to fucking college. I'm in med school and I trade my days off, bro. You're my inspiration, dog. Cause fuck med school, dog. But shit, what the fuck will we do without doctors? You know what I'm saying? So getting back to the story, I was working in this call center. I had to drop out. I quit the call center and then I got a job with my uncle. I was basically his fucking errand boy. I was 20 at the time. I was making $100 a week. And is that a lot of money, by the way? I'm just wondering. I was making $100 a week, and that's where I started getting into trading. I got into trading when I was 17. I had known about it. I had downloaded TradingView, paper trading and shit. But at 20 is where I seriously started getting into trading. But I was just gambling. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just so impressed with the fact that people could make money from the charts. And I was like, holy shit, I want to make money from this shit too. And trading was something that was always by my side. I always had like a trade open on my phone. Like regardless of where I was working or what I was doing, I was always trading, Doug. And I worked with my uncle for a year. He fired me. He ended up firing me. And then here's where things start to take place into my life, or where like my what do you say, like my purpose started to take place, because obviously I was still clueless on what the fuck I wanted to do. Like I still want to make hella money and all this shit, but I had nothing going on for myself. I want to do a quick ramble. What do you recommend, up or down? Hell no, brother. Can't tell you that. Just wait for the macro, bro. Wait for the macro. 25 more minutes. 15 more minutes. You learned the unicorn from the 22 mentorship. I learned the unicorn from ICT Fanatic, which I showed you right now on YouTube. He's the unicorn goat. There's a lot of unicorn content, like even from there's a lot of unicorn content, like but from who I learned it from is from ICT Fanatic. But I do follow like four unicorn traders on my Insta. They all trade the same but different, if that makes sense. This guy, highly recommend y'all watch him. He's the goat. I'm never not gonna recommend him. Um, So, like I said, I was puzzled. I don't know what the fuck to do. But then, from a Facebook group from the college I attended, there was a job opening, like a calling job. It was in English. My English is good for Mexico. Um, because I grew up in the United States, and I was like, oh shit, that's a piece of cake. Like English job. There was a hella comments on the post, and I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. I ended up getting picked. Me and this other chick, we ended up getting picked. It was around the COVID era where everything was home office. I was working for an investor who would buy and flip houses in California, and my job was to make cold calls to homeowners and try for them to sell me their house. So a fucking 20-year-old kid from Mexico was calling your phone, if you're from the US, was calling your phone and trying to convince you to sell me your house, Doug. So I did that shit for like, I don't know, man, another year, Doug. I ended up getting fired from that job too. I learned. How old are you, by the way? I'm 25 right now. I'm gonna be 26 in a couple months. But I ended up getting fired from that job. Um, I wanted a bigger piece of the cake because my commissions were ass, my salary was ass, and like he was making like six figures, like 100K profits. Well, I was making fucking $5 an hour with $250 commissions per sold. I sold three houses. Like, I mean, I bought three houses, but he bought the houses, but I just made the deal. So it wasn't obviously it wasn't working for me, and I was like, I ended up getting fired, low performance and shit. I lasted a while, and in that pursuit of like, I knew how to read the real estate market in the US, and I gained hella knowledge about hella different topics from money, like real estate. There's this guy, Will Wall, that I fucking love. I mean, he probably doesn't even know about me or remembers me anymore, but he has no idea the impact he had in my life and my way of speaking right now, my confidence, like sales. Like he taught me a lot, and I was down there in the mud with him, like in the dog fights, making cold calls. That shit was crazy, dang. But I ended up getting fired, and in my pursuit of my knowledge of real estate, I ended up applying for a job here for a real estate broker in Mexico. And I wanted to learn the real estate market here in Mexico because I knew the market in the US, but I didn't know shit in Mexico. And when I started learning about Mexico market, I found out that the market is ass over here in terms of organization, transparency, like everything's so disorganized and it's whack over here, bro. Like there's a lot of bullshit. Like, oh, in the US it's so easy. Just go to Zillow or the MLS and fuck, bro. You can find when the house was built, how many buyers, how many sellers, renovations, every prices sold. Like it's all your computer. It's all digitalized. It's all registered and so easy. But here it's fucking mess. And I got into the market, and then I have this brother-in-law who is in construction. My brother-in-law, he's in construction. He still works at that. I fucking love that guy. He's a great business owner. He was a great mentor. Uh, he Our age difference is 10 years. He's 10 years older than me. And I had always told him like, bro, I know we're gonna make a business together. We're gonna make a business together. I just didn't know what. And while I was working at this brokerage firm, I started getting this feeling of Airbnb. Like, oh shit, Airbnb. Like Airbnb is the new wave. Let me get into that shit. And my brother-in-law, he had built a couple towers, like apartment towers, not that big, small, like there were like six apartments. And I told him, bro, try to keep one. Try to like tell the owner because he wasn't the owner, he was just a builder. Tell him like to put one in Airbnb and I'll help you. And he was like, all right, let me give it a try. Let me ask him. He was like, oh, Simo, he's down. And I was like, oh shit. And then that was like my first try, my first gig. I uploaded the property in Airbnb for him and everything was working out perfectly. But we didn't really make like a business deal or no partner deal. I just did him the favor of the Airbnb and nothing happened. I was like, shit, like I thought this was gonna be like my first gig, like where we work together and shit. But then, um, I happened to make a sale of a house, here in Mexico, which I got a commission. It was not that crazy of a commission, but I got a commission. And with that money, I came up to my brother-in-law and I told him, bro, let's do Airbnb arbitrage, where you rent a property and then you rent it on Airbnb. I mean, I'm just cutting the story short, right? He was like, "Oh, Simon, I'm down. We went to look for properties. We found a property. We rented it out. We partnered up. We associated. I put my money. He put he furnished the place. We rented it, and we shot a triple, shot in the dark. Took a high risk play. Fuck it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, it works. And I was hella nervous. It took us like 2 weeks to furnish the whole place, to have everything set up. Probably a little more. And I remember him telling me like, bro, if this doesn't work out, like it's all good. We can re-rent the place like for like a small gain. I was like, nah, bro, like that's not even in my head. I know it's gonna fucking work out. Like, don't even trip, don't even worry about it. And boom, I uploaded to Airbnb. I remember it was August, bro. 30 days of the month were booked. Like 30 for 30 in my first month, and that shit blew my mind, bro. Like that shit was like it was my first time making money from like a business or anything, right? And I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like this shit actually works, dog. And so how I used to operate, I'm just gonna give you all the sauce if y'all want to steal my Airbnb business model. But how I used to operate is I cover my business expenses if 10 nights get rented. So night 11 is profit. So 30 days rented or 30 nights rented, that's hella profit, dog. And yeah, that was my first stint, and from there, like we were partnered on that deal, and then from there, uh, it started to snowball, and I managed to get a deal for another apartment. This was without my business partner, without my brother-in-law. This was on my own. I managed to get an apartment in a very high luxurious place here where I live, in Guadalajara, in Andares to be precise. And I got that first property by myself, and that like holy shit, like I'm actually doing this. And the boss started to roll, but that was a high rent. I had like a fixed debt, or I had to pay rent. It was like 45,000 más 20,000. I was like I had to pay like $3,000 a month in rent, but I was making the money, right? In that second property that I got, I was breaking even. I had to put a little bit of my money, but then comes a doctor that rents the place for like 2, 3 months, dog. And that shit was like the biggest cash I saw like in one sitting, like for me, like for me personally. And I was like, holy shit, like it just completely desensitized me from the money, and it broke me in terms of like just seeing the numbers on the screen, and it's just I don't know, man. And then from there, I got contacted by a friend because I used to upload on social media like I'm doing right now, but I used to do it for Airbnb and I used to promote my work. And a friend contacted me and he was like, "Hey, yo, do you do like Airbnb shit?" I was like, "Oh yeah, Simon, what do you need?" It was like, "Oh shit, it's because I have this property and I was wondering if you could like take a hold of it, like if you can manage it." I was like, "Oh shit, I've never done this before. Like the properties I'm managing, they're my own." And I explained them the business model kind of shit, and then he was like, "No, yeah, let's do it," and I don't know what. He set up a meeting with his mom and shit, and the mom liked me, and we ended up closing the deal. And I don't know how much to charge her. I charged her like 10% commission, which I regret, but I charged her 10% commission, and that was like my first property as a manage like to manage, right, as a manager. So I was taking commission from that, and then I had two of these properties, and then my brother-in-law comes around and he tells me about partner partnering up and like joining the properties together. He wanted to make this traveling agency, and I was like, bro, fuck it, bro. Like, I love you, I trust you. Like, let's go all in on this bullshit. And yeah, we did. We made this company, Kardeş, which means brother in Turco in Turkish. Um, Me and him, we call each other brother. He's my brother. We made that business, and in the first year we made hella bank. In the second year we made hella bank. That's how I could say that. I mean, at one point I was managing 20 properties. Like, I had deals with fucking apartment complexes to fucking manage the whole building and shit. Shit started to get overwhelming. I suck at delegating. I don't know how to be a boss. I was doing all the job from coordinating cleaning services, property maintenance, customer service, guest arrival. Like, I was doing everything, bro. And at first it's fun because you're making money and like you're motivated and you're inspired. But after a couple of years, bro, it gets tiring, dog. Like, you don't even care about the money, dog. Like, I'm just tired of doing this shit every single day, dealing with people, dealing with this, dealing with that. And then I stupidly got back into school, stupidly because bad decision. But hey, you live and learn. I got back into school, and during school, bro, I was getting calls from a bitch in damn. Excuse my language, dog. Let's take a trade, bro. Not yet. 5 minutes, dog. Let me finish yapping. 5 minutes. I only trade the macros. Let me write down the macros for you so you don't forget. So I trade 9:45 to 10:15. I know you're desperate to make money, dog, but gotta wait, dog. Gotta be patient. 11:15, 11:45, 12:15. Right there, so you don't get impatient. You can see the times. It's still not time yet. 5 more minutes. We're chilling, dog. And yeah, I ended up quitting that Airbnb business. Um, and that's it. During that time, I quit my Airbnb business in December of 2024, and then I started trading in January of 2025. But during that Airbnb time, I was trading this whole time. And towards the end of the year, I met a couple friends that were into trading, and they're the ones that got me into ICT. And it took me like 8 months to learn everything from February of 2024 all the way to January of 2025. That's where I bought my first funded account or my first eval, and from there, it's history, bro. We're right here, and I've been living off the BNB money ever since, dog. So yeah, beautiful yap session. All right, let's lock in because my boy's desperate to take a trade. Let's see here. All right, let's do a classic. I'll just leave this here. Put it on the side. Let's make a classic. Build the bias type shit. We are trading off of this volume imbalance right here, which usually points bullish. I'm not really too inclined to be bullish. We could look to take a retracement, however. There's also this small gap right there that is valid, unfortunately. And we always assume a gap's going to get respected, right? So this puts in the daily in the bullish bias, which is kind of sketchy, kind of scary, but because there is still this strong liquidity, but we're just gonna follow the plan and make a decision based on that. So on the daily, we're bullish. On the 4 hour, let's look at the 4 hour. So it's the same thing. We're trading inside of this bullish gap. Let's mark it out so there's no second guessing. Right there's a bullish 4 hour gap. It got respected once, got respected twice right there, got respected 3 times, and we've already managed to close below. Actually, do we have another? We have no other gap. All right, so the 4 hour is bearish. The 4 hour is bearish. Let's put it closer. Bear. And I feel like we're just gonna be bearish because the 1 hour we were trading off this 1 hour bearish gap. Yeah, like the next point is this draw liquidity. The 1 hour is bearish, 1 inch is bear. The 15M, it's the same thing, trading off this like bearish imbalance. We're inside of a bearish imbalance again, so I could definitely see this display. So we're bearish, definitely bearish. Let's see if we can catch a bearish unicorn. We do have this 2 minute order block that I do like to mark out, and we're trading up, which is nice. We are trading inside of this bearish 15 minute. I am bearish. Good morning. I'm halfway through the combines. I'm up 1500. 3 days into the two combines. I would love a 1500 day tomorrow, or is that not logical? I'm risking roughly. Nah, nah, nah. Don't fall for it, Naimi. Don't fall for it. You're doing great. Slow and steady pace. Keep with that same risk. Don't aim for that 1500, dog. You're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. Trust me. Trust me. Treat it, or the better case, treat it as if you are already passed it. Imagine it's a fresh account, $0 on the balance, and you need 1500 to pass it. How would you do it? Don't get caught up in that. Don't get like just keep doing what you're doing. Switch it up. What's the difference if you pass it today or Monday? There's no difference, just the time difference. But what's the difference? There's no difference. It's gonna be the same shit. But if you try passing it tomorrow, you risk failing the account. So gotta be mindful. Mm, we don't end up putting in that bullish order block. Let me look at it. Yes, we are displacing. Mm, nice displacement. Let me draw out. We might look to take a trade here, boys. We might look to take a short. What the hell? What the fuck happened to the candle, bro? There you go. That was weird. Fair, fair. I'm just trying to pass at least by next Thursday because CPI news gonna build my buffer for the XFA. You're playing a dangerous game. Yeah, we're looking for a trade here. Looking to take a short. Let me start recording. Let's see if we get an entry. Let me mark it out on Top Step as well. Let's see if we get the entry. Let me look at the 5 minute. Yeah, we don't want to see this low get taken. This would invalidate our trade idea because usually this is where I would like to adjust my trade or move to break even. I do not want to see the short term low get taken. I want to see us either get filled or this gets taken. If this gets taken, I'm canceling out the order. And we'll wait for a better opportunity to take a trade. Strong bearish candle, strong bearish movement. Looking at ES. ES didn't retrace into the unicorn either. It's displacing. So let's see what ends up happening here. I'm looking at both assets. ES did put in the unicorn as well. The draw is so bearish. We still don't take that short term low. Getting close to our entry. I'm watching to see if ES taps first. See if we get our entry. ES is so close. ES tapped. ES tapped but not in Q. What are we gonna do? Alright, I'm going to enter manually, which does put us in a bad spot. But let's see here. But since ES did tap the unicorn, maybe we could look to re-enter with one more contract to get a better fill. And there it goes. We could have waited. Just hit our fill. Gonna go tighter. Fix everything. Oh, that's a long stop loss, boys. See here, let's let it play out. Let's let it do its thing. We do have a lot of room to fall here towards this low. So we're gonna keep dumping. Now is a good time to do so. Tidied it up. Notice the size, low size, depending on where my stop loss is. And we're shooting for the stars right here with this candle. We could get immediately stopped out, but that's alright. We have our stop loss set. We accept the risk. We're getting a nice candle, nice rejection. See if it can keep going. Cheeky rejection right there. Big wig. No bottom wick. Volume and balance. I could definitely see this coming back. Let's see if it wants to. No bottom wick. Volume and balance. Nice big wicks. Rejection the gap. See if we can keep going. Once we take the slow, I'm adjusting the stop loss if we take it. If we take it. Let's load it up. It's consolidating right now. Let's see. Let's wait. We accept the risk. We assume the risk. We already had some nice wake offs. Let's see if we could at least take us to this low so we could adjust our stop loss. Cheeky wicks. Nice rejection. Let's see if we can keep going. We accept the risk. We assume the risk. If we get stopped out, it's all good. We accept it. But then again, we're getting nice wigs. I feel like it's struggling to go higher. I get that feeling that it's struggling to go higher. Another bullish candle turned bearish. Let's see if the sellers can take control here. Maybe we could start flushing towards this low. And it's going. See if it offers for better risk reward. We want to see it dump and displace. Nice movement, Doug. Hello, nice movement. So close. So close. Just let it do its thing. We're not going to touch the trade unless the trade tells us to touch it. Pause. But we want to see it keep flushing. You want to see it keep flushing, boys. Patience. Just observe it. Still hoping that this low gets taken or that we leave this gap open. That would be nice. Mm. Oh boy. What is that candle? Again, the big ass wick. That is a big ass candle. Fails to put in the order block. There's no bullish SMTs. Let's see this keep flushing. Price is unpredictable. It could go anywhere it wants to go. The price does not care about our unicorn. Doesn't care about our funded accounts, our evals, our payouts. The market does not give a shit, dog. That's why we have stop loss set, break even rules, and they take profit. Gotta respect the market. Some days it plays out, some days it doesn't, and it is what it is. I don't love what's going on right now. Very bullish candles. So this is the 11 a.m. candle open, meaning there's gonna be high volume coming in. But let's see where this 11 a.m. wants to go. But we have our stop loss set for a reason because we could most definitely get stopped out. And I accept that risk. Just watching. Where do you want to go? Where this 11 a.m. want to go? And again, it's struggling to push the price higher. Where do you want to go? Let's see if all this is just a manipulation for that 11 a.m. and we get that clean distribution towards the south side. Maybe I'm just hopeful. Maybe I'm just coping. But that's the idea behind the set and forget. Are we gonna give it a third try to go for that sell side? What's going on? What's going on? Where you want to go? So we had a bullish pump here. I was like, for sure we're gonna get taken out. Now it seems like we're gonna come back. Back at our entry. Let's see if it gives us the opportunity to adjust our stop loss. Another great candle. This does seem to be that 11 a.m. manipulation, the top of the wick. Let's see if we could distribute towards south side. Again, I want to see some gaps left open and price to continue flushing towards the south side. Nice rejection. Keep rejecting. We're watching, we're observing. What I am going to do for sure is I'm going to sell one more contract and I will adjust my stop loss. Towards those highs up there. Hopefully I don't live to regret it. I do not want to see it come back for this buy side for a third time. I want to see a flush. But then again, the market does not care, bro. It could come for the buy side a third time and cook me. But we've assumed the risk. Let's see if third time's the charm. So we did manage to leave this gap open. Again, we're rejecting this zone right here. Price is struggling to break through it. We actually do want to see a break through it. No bullish SMT. Want to see ES flush as well. Strong hodl, boys. Strong hodl. Testing our patience. Another rejection candle. Let's see if the bears can take control here. Where do we want to go? Nice candle right there forming right now. It's going. Oh, it's playing games, Dak. Want to see them big, juicy candles. Again, no bottom wick on that bullish candle open. Usually what that indicates, we're just manipulating right now and we're gonna flush lower, no bottom wick. Notice that there's no bottom wick. I want to see a flip. And there it goes. Making that bottom wick. It's struggling. It's struggling from this zone. From this zone, it's struggling to go lower. And right there, I will adjust my stop loss some more. I should probably move to full break even. Let's see if we can keep displacing. Want to see it keep going. Oh boy, it's tricky because ES swept the lows with a bullish SMT. And I feel like that's the reaction we're seeing here. But we're going to hold and assume that we're going to continue flushing after struggling to break the lows. Like we want to see it continue. Strong hodl, boys. Strong hodl. Another great candle. Let's see it keep going. I think once we take this low, I am moving myself to break even. Big candle coming up. Oh boy. So we gave it room to tap on this fair value gap, but we could definitely get stopped out here for a minor loss. Because what the fuck is this candle? And again, another nice rejection. Let's see it keep rejecting. It's playing games, it's playing tricks. We just want to see it go to sell side. That's all we want to do. That's all we want to see. Just watching and observing. Another candle loading up. What does it want to do? Where does it want to go? Let's see if it gives us the opportunity to adjust to break even. But we're holding with high conviction. We're hodling, boys. Want to see that sell side get taken. Not liking this candle, how it's closing. Feel like we're respecting bullish order flow. Let's see here. Putting in the bullish order block now. Waiting for that dump. Waiting for that big dump. It's going. It's going. Give me break even. Give me break even. Strong hodl, boys. Don't be scared to hold. Want to see you break those lows. Big bearish candles. Want to see a big volume injected into the candles. Pushing price lower, bro. We're just getting hella edged. It's playing mind games, playing tricks. We have to be stronger than that. Let's see if it gives us the break even. But for now, I have my stop loss set. I'm strong hodling, boys. Want to see a big bearish candle come in play. Want to see price to continue to push lower. And we're going. Right there, I'm definitely break even. Don't want to get cooked. Right there, offered a break even trade. And it's going straight to our break even. Right there, stopped out. Strong hold, boys. See, I was looking at the chat. Alright, I was looking at the chat. Break even, boys. So correct me if I'm wrong, but your risk to reward is 1 to 2. Yes, sir. 300 to make 600 per trade. Yes, yes, that's how I play it. Right there. We wanted to see a clean flush towards this sell side. Did not happen. And it is what it is. Let me take a screenshot. We're going to journal this. And we are going to stick around for the next macro. But that was a good trade, in my opinion. A good hold, a good risk management. We wanted to see price continue flushing some more. Like I said, towards this sell side, towards this draw. Did not happen. Not efficient price action. That's why we adjust our stop loss. And I'm just happy with how we managed to trade. And that's that. We got to break even. And now what do we do with that information? Well, it's time to journal, boys. My favorite part of the day. Let's take a screenshot. Copy link. It's Thursday. We had red carpet news. Bearish for the day. We took it on the second macro. We took a short. There was no bearish S&T. We were risking 300. And I'm gonna say I made $5 just to move it to a break even quote status. Bearish unicorn. Internal suicide liquidity seems to be the draw that price only wants to trade into. Well managed position giving us break even trade. And there we go. We journal and let's look at our stats. 46% win rate. I need to put a break even percentage and a loss percentage. Um, but we're chilling, boys. Journaled. We did everything we had to do. Now we're gonna wait for the next macro, last macro, to see if we get a trade. I just got in and reverse big time. Yes, sir. Big time. This internal sell side, I just wanted that sweep of liquidity and to keep pushing the price higher. That's why we adjusted to break even because we risk for this to happen, right? Um, I mean, there is days or moments like this where it doesn't matter, sweep sell side right here, sweep sell side, and then it keeps dumping. This is what we were hoping for because that's what happened yesterday. That's what happened on Tuesday. It was just straight dumping. And since we have another sell side right here, I was expecting to for price to continue retracing. That's why we moved to break even, and that's why risk management is important. So yeah, boys, you can stick around. We could. I am going to look for a trade in the last macro, and that's that. I wasn't looking at the chat. TP1 plus break even. Good shit. Good shit, brother. I'm not a fan of taking partials because it adds way too much variability into my trades. But good shit, you managed to take profits. We could have gotten a better entry too if we held our entry point here. Let me see. Yeah, there's just no way we could have had this BRTP. There's no way. Like we did have to aim for a little bit more to like for putting our stop loss in the protected high for it to be valid. So I don't base my trade based on TP. I base my trade on stop loss. Where is my stop loss going to be? All right, depending on where my stop loss is where my take profit is. And I have these, the liquidity pools are where I usually adjust my stop loss, protect my trade. Once we have some internal, but I am shooting for a little bit more. We were close. We were a couple ticks to manually exiting the trade. Probably a couple points to dub, and we would have exited the trade, but it was just a clean sweep of sell side to push the price higher. But like I said, a unicorn offers break even and clean displacement towards your TP. When you protect break even, you avoid this type of trades. Like you avoid this type of, it's not clean delivery. We want to see clean delivery, boys. Let me go to the restroom. Like I said, stick around. I'm gonna look for a trade in the next macro. BRB. Price did a spike lower, and at that moment I knew it would reverse bullish, almost like it wanted to take some stop loss at that area before shooting up. Clean sweep right here of sell side, clean forever model. Right there. Sweep sell side to push higher. But we're not interested in taking any part of that. We wait for the last macro patiently. Let's see what happens, boys. Let's look at our balance right now. We took a break even on top step, and here we are sitting at 52,459. So I'm looking to make around $550 in my next trade if the opportunity presents itself. We're not here to force trades. We're not here to gamble. We're not here to oversize. I'm not looking to make money. I'm not. I'm looking to take a good trade. That's all I'd be looking for. But yeah, good shit, boys. Great risk management. Great try. Great everything. And this is like sometimes this is gonna happen. We're gonna have break even days. We're gonna have wins. We're gonna have. It's all good. It's all good, boys. If we just keep doing this every single day for the rest of our lives, we'll be profitable traders for the rest of our lives. Surviving. Wait, let me look at the sun, bro. Holy shit, that shit looks majestic. My bad, boys. I'll crack open the window. Get a sunlight in my eyes. But that's how we be, boys. We're still active. We're still here, trying to survive. Let's read the next trade. The next line. Fuck. I need to blow my nose. That's what it is, boys. That's what it is. We're doing good. There's some draw liquidity higher with Asia highs, I think, and never took them. Yeah, there's Asia highs, London highs. Right there, they're untapped, unmitigated. We could definitely look to aim for them. But look at this New York AM, bro. Let's see coming in here to the next macro in the next 15 minutes where we are in price. And we'll make a decision based upon that. The line says, the losses don't break me, they teach me. A red trade is feedback, not failure. I don't fight to be right, I trade to be consistent. One trade does not define me, the process does. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. We did some nice re-entries to adjust our average fill price, which is very valid thing to do. Like I said, boys, all around chilling, chilling. Gotta be patient. Gotta wait. That's the name of the game with trading, bro. We have to repeat this process that we're doing, waiting, taking attempts. We have to do it every single day for the rest of our lives, bro. Are you willing? Are you willing to put in this work? Are you willing to do this? If not, if you're looking to make quick money, if you're desperate to take a trade, like that is definitely not the way to go. And I'm not hating. I was there, but that's not the person I am anymore. Nice little shoot up, takes south side and pumps from south side. Great move to break even. A lot of bearish gaps here that it has to displace. We're gonna get a crazy close right here. An IFVG in the 15 minute. It's gonna be crazy. What are we doing with the daily? We're hard wicking off. I mean, if it starts giving us that bullish confluences, we could definitely look to take this New York AM high or even target these London highs. Or if we fail, we struggle, we make a market structure shift lower, we could have the same idea, same target. This could have just been small low manipulation, small low correction towards 50% of the range from high to low. Right there, we could look for OTE entry, which is in here for shorts. Like, there's still a lot of conditions that need to be met and a lot of shit to happen. And we're chilling, boys. We're chilling. Don't get discouraged. All right, yeah. This window's causing too much problems. That's a bright sun. We're waiting. We're chilling. Wait for that setup, boys. One more macro to go. I'm more than happy to end the day break even. Give it another smack tomorrow. I do want to stick around and see if the last macro gives us a nice cheeky A plus setup. I only want to take a good, smart A plus setup. I don't want to take a trash setup. Not gonna FOMO in. I'm not in the rush to take a payout. I'm not in the rush to make money. Nothing. What a pump, boys. Entering that OTE zone. Let's see what happens. Plus 676 for the day. I'm out. Good shit, brother. Congratulations, G. Enjoy the rest of your day. Lock yourself out. Journal that shit. 5 minute bullish unicorn. Oh yeah. Oof, but it's deep. It's deep down here. Or maybe you could target this gap, but it's deep. Or you mean this bearish unicorn right here? Trading into this unfilled, unmitigated gap. Let's see how price reacts. Let's see how price reacts from this. Taking this high. Let's see if we get some type of displacement. But look at how we're reacting from this 5 minute in OTE. 10 more minutes for the macro. Patience, boys. Patience, pace. Yeah, I was sending a voice note to a friend. He took the same trade we took. Um, he had partials here at the low, but he moved his break even too soon, and this wick ended up stopping him out. And what I was telling him is like here the correct play was to adjust your stop loss to above this high because we left this beautiful gap and we assume the gaps are going to get mitigated, but they are going to get respected. If we trade into this high, that would it highly invalidate our trade. So this becomes the new protected high because it made the fair value gap. So stop here, and once we took the sell side, that's where we move our stop loss to break even, not before. So he moved his stop loss to break even before he should have, and he missed out on making money here. I mean, he didn't lose any money, which is great, but it's just something to look into. The protected highs. It's a very strong concept that once you understand, bro, like you start trading a lot smarter. But let's see here. Let's see how price reacts. We are putting in bullish order blocks. What does that mean? Bullish order flow is in place. When price taps bullish order blocks, what are we gonna do? We're gonna continue pushing higher, but strong bullish order flow in place. But the moment we see a bullish PD array get disrespected, that's where we maybe want to rate it. But look, it respects it, it wicks. I assume we're gonna put in a new high and keep going. But that's what the bullish order blocks do: push price higher. Want to see it keep pushing higher. But we're waiting, boys. We're waiting patiently. Let's read another line of the manuscript. It says, "My risk is my foundation. Every trade has a plan. Every plan has a stop. And every stop protects my future. I respect my risk. And because of that, my account grows in strength and confidence." Next line says, "I am patient in waiting and ruthless in execution. I move only when my system calls me to act. When I enter, I commit with clarity and confidence. When I exit, I do so without hesitation." Let's read the next line. "I master my psychology. I don't fear missing out. I fear breaking discipline, dog." That's a banger right there. "I don't crave thrill, I crave mastery. The moment I detach from outcome, I gain true control." Next line, what does it say? It says, "I'm not here to gamble. I'm here to build wealth through consistency and control. I trade like a sniper, not a storm. Each decision is deliberate, each move aligned with my plan." Facts, bro. Last line of the manuscript, it says, "Trading is my craft and I respect it. I show up prepared, rested, and focused. Every chart, every candle, every loss and win is a lesson in patience and growth. I am the edge. My strategy is the tool, but my mindset is the weapon. I am unshakable in discipline, unemotional in outcome, and unstoppable in consistency." Fucking banger. And that shit just describes me, dog, because I read it so fucking much every single day that I've brainwashed it into the manuscript. It became my fucking identity. At first you're iffy, you're shaky, you're uncertain, you're not confident, but then you keep stacking days of patience, of waiting, of journaling, if you keep stacking them, it gets easier and easier and easier and easier until the snowball builds. But let's wait, boys. Waiting for the macro, a couple more minutes. We have some beautiful bullish order blocks that are keep getting respected. We want to see new highs put in so we can keep seeing price push higher. We're still respecting this 5 minute bearish in OTE. So are we gonna go for the full sell buy side liquidity, or are we gonna respect this bearish 5 minute and just place lower? We'll see what happens. What is the market telling us? Bullish order flow still getting respected. Respecting this bullish order block, pushing the price higher. That's what order blocks do. They're a confirmation, they're a confluence to push price higher. They're an indicator telling us who's in control. The buyers are hella in control. There's people that like to trade order blocks. They scalp the order blocks. So you're supposed to count the whole wick. The idea is when the wick is bigger than the body, that's where you should consider as the order block and not the body. But Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Struggling to put in new highs from this order block. Let's see what happens. It's kind of staggering from this 5 minute bearish PD array. What does it want to do? Was this just a small retracement? And by small, I mean small in the higher time frame, in the higher scheme of things. But let's see what happens. We're patiently waiting for the macro. 5 more minutes. Let's see if we put in new highs. We're kind of price is kind of weakening here. Let's see what happens. See if we get a nice setup. So this is another guy I want to shout out. I fucking love this guy. He's also a great unicorn trader. He has great content. I love watching his shit. Like whenever I'm done for the day, ICT Ninja Double I. He's a very well-rounded trader, very consistent, very transparent, very consistent, bro. I love that word. It's because you could be a great trader, bro, but if you don't have consistency, like you're not gonna go anywhere. Send his link, ICT Ninja Double I on Instagram. After I'm done with my day, I like to see what he took. He took a loss today on the long, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't trade macros. So that's the only difference. Like I said, there's a lot of people that trade unicorns their way. This is the way I trade the unicorns. He doesn't trade them in the macro. He trades a forever model style of trade with the unicorn, paired with the unicorn, which is hella valid. It works wonders for him. All right, we're shifting market structure to the bears, displacing from this bearish OB. We want to see ES follow up with that displacement. So we're watching, still 3 more minutes for the macro. It's going to be a new 15-minute candle. Let's see where we're at the 15-minute. So we do end up displacing, inversing this bearish gap, putting an IFVG, bullish IFVG. So we could see this get taken, but then again, we have this massive 15-minute order block. Displacing from this bullish order block on both assets. Are buyers still in control? Are we going to make new highs? Well, what are we going to do here? We're observing. We're reactive. That's the word. We don't predict. We react. The unicorn is usually when price shows it hands on where it wants to go. Is when the unicorn plays out. So it's respecting this bullish OB. Are we going to sweep the highs? Are we going to put in new highs or not? It's going. Like I said, reactive based trading is my favorite type of trading. Oh no, I'm running out of disk space, boys. I need to buy a new memory, bro. Let me see. Let me delete some videos while price is printing. And if y'all have any questions about anything, just want to chat, whatever, want accountability, you could always shoot me a DM on Insta. I'm always gonna reply. You could ask the questions here. Discord. Discord's hella active. Just anything, bro. Remember us when you make it to the tank 50K months? I'll never forget. Don't miss out. Watch the streams, bro. You could be doing the same thing. I'm for real exposing myself here. From the looks of it, this move was a manipulation in order to go low. It seems like it, but let's wait for the confirmation. We still don't disrespect bullish order flow. Bullish order flow is still in place, still getting respected. Yes, we're respecting this bearish FBG, but we want to see us disrespect this order block, and we want to see the shift happen on both assets. So nice, beautiful shift. We may look for an entry here. Let's see if it leaves this gap. ES is shifting as well. This is the A plus we were waiting for. So there's the real. Oh, it's gonna give us a good trade if it allows it. Can target this. Waiting for the candle to close to confirm this. Could be higher. Yep, shifted on both assets. Let's see if we get a tap. Let me look at the 5 minute. This slow invalidates my trade idea. Do not want to see the slow get taken. Let's see if we get an entry. The market. I'm watching both assets to see if we get a tap. But this is a good clean setup that we can look to take. Cheeky in the displacement. I'm watching to see if ES taps before NQ. ES tap the gap again. ES tap the gap again. Oof. Might have missed our entry, boys, because ES tapped. But I feel like I'm just going to hold here. Not going to do anything. ES did tap, like I said. But I could very well see us not get entered here and just displace lower. I'm not going to manual enter here. But I think we missed our entry, boys. Or not. Right there, we're hard in the trade. Big candle, big movement. We could immediately get stopped out here. Be careful with your size. Respect the trade. And let's see what happens here. That might be it. That's it. Fast stop loss. Fast stop loss right there, boys. There was no. Maybe could have put it above here. Target lower. Maybe, possibly. I'm not gonna dwell too much on it. Yeah, I think my stop loss was not set properly. I was thinking that near this side there was nothing that price had to retrace to, but the smarter thing would have been to put it at the very high. Let's see if it gets taken here. Which probably is. Seems like the draw is higher. Oh yeah, that would have been it. We gave it a try. Took in the bearish unicorn. What are we gonna do? Right there. Right there. And let me go ahead and journal. Copy link. We took the loss as well here. And it's all part of the process, boys. So it's a Thursday, red carpet news. We were bearish. Last macro. We took a short. No SMT. We were risking. How much did we lose? Let's see. Because that was how much I was risking. 350. 349. And obviously, we lost 349. We lost 349. Paste the trade. Bearish. 1 minute unicorn. Good setup. Good setup. Stop loss. I don't know what to say. Like, it was just a good setup. Uh, Shorting on a discount with price. Does it let me put an R? Being so heavy throughout the week, yes, still has a lot to catch up to NQ on the sell side. There you go, boys. Journaled. Let's look at our stats. Cheeky correction. Let's aim for the 3K, boys. Let's aim for that 3Ks. I'm done. I'm done so here. Let's look at my balance. 52 100. We're chilling, boys. Part of the process, part of the learning curve. We're chilling. We just have to stick with it. That's it. I'm done for the day. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, everything. I'll catch you tomorrow. You said that you're not going to trade until the rest of the news, or am I wrong? I was not going to trade the first macro because there was news. The first macro is the only macro we did not trade, but we took a trade in the second macro and in the third macro. Two shorts, one break even and one loss. And I'll take it. I will take it, boys. Let me take a screenshot of the balance. Hold up. Damn, right when I got on break, you were gonna get off. Is it possible to watch the stream back? Yes, sir. They're on my. If you go on YouTube, they're on the YouTube on the live section of the stream. You can watch all my live streams on my YouTube channel for sure. We gave it a try. We gave it a smack, and it is what it is, boys. Any last questions, y'all have for me? Is your Excel sheet using the Discord? It is, but it's a different version. Like it's a the one on the Discord is a younger version of the one I have right now. I've made it so fucking dope right now. I love it. I still don't release this version, but I will soon. I will soon. Probably today I could just do it, but I need to make some fixes. But I love me this journal and shit, bro. Like I want to add I have a win percentage. I want to add a loss percentage, break even percentage, and let me know if you like any other shit you all want me to add. But this is what the stats are looking like. Let me take a quick screenshot. Yeah, it looks really great. Yes, sir. Yes, it does. All right, there. Let me take a quick screenshot. So we have so far 33 trades, 33 journal trades. Want to get to 100? That'd be crazy, right? All right, that's it, boys. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Take care, G's. GG's. Bye.